Hey everybody, this is Rev J with Rev J Rides. I am heading into Norman. Just came through part of Moore. I went to middle school in Moore. My wife was born in Norman. She is a Sooner born and bred. So why am I here today? Well, I rode about 800 miles or so to get here in total. And there's another guy who rode about 200 miles to get here. He's a good friend. I'd say anybody that knows him knows that he's a good friend. His name is Tom. Now you might know him on YouTube from Tom's Goldwing Adventure. He is quite a guy. We decided to meet up for breakfast. He's coming from the DFW area. Of course, I'm coming from Clarksville, Tennessee. And this is not just the only reason why I'm here, but we've been making our way across the United States, me and my wife, two up, as we're crossing the United States on Route 66. And Tom and I decided, you know what? Since I'm going to be just a short 200 miles away, he'd meet me for breakfast or lunch or something. So we settled on breakfast here in Norman at the Cracker Barrel. So we're going to pull in there and grab a bite to eat, have a little fellowship. He's a solid Christian guy. I learned a little bit about him. I'm not going to get into his details, but spiritually speaking, he is a strong believer in Jesus Christ, and that's awesome. He goes to church at First Baptist in Dallas, and that's a very powerful church. I'm glad to know somebody there. He serves there, has served there in a number of ways. Again, I'm not going to get into all the details, but just a strong Christian man. It's good to see him, and it'll be good to sit down and have fellowship here. This is part of what this trip is about, not just seeing the sights, not just spending the time with my bride, but if we happen to run into somebody, maybe God has a plan for that. Inside, we're going to find out a plan. Good morning, Tom. Let me get out of my garb real quick.
All right.
Man, it is so good to see you, brother.
Oh, it's fantastic. I love getting together.
Well, I mean, gosh, you've ridden how many miles to get here?
It's about 200 miles.
200 miles just to see me for breakfast.
That's right.
Well, you are one cool dude, let me tell you, but I'm so glad you've done this. We're making this trip through Route 66 across the United States. Almost, not quite all the way across, but it was good to be able to meet up with a few friends, and you're one of the key ones that I'm talking about right now.
I appreciate you saying that.
Hey guys, take a look at his bike here. You know, we're brothers in Christ, but we're not really brothers in motorcycles.
But that's okay. We can still have fellowship.
He rides a Honda. Yes, we can. We can still be friends. That's right. We can tease each other about it, though. So there's the better. No, I mean.
Well, it's beautiful. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, there we go.
I've ridden Road Glides before. They're a great bike.
They are. Hey, let's go in and eat, okay?
All right.
Tom, there's what you need. You need one of these OU shirts here, right? Or maybe an Oklahoma State shirt, even better.
Yeah, I don't know how well that would go down my way.
So I talked about a plan, about, God has a plan that we don't even recognize sometimes. But Tom and I went into Cracker Barrel, had breakfast, had a great time of fellowship, and that's part of God's plan. But what about this? While we were in there, we met a young lady who was waiting on us, who had some prayer concerns. And we stopped and prayed for her without my even knowing it. When we stopped to pray, she joined us in prayer. And by the time we were done, she really thanked me for that. And you never know. It may be that prayer concern or what's going on in her own life. She needed that. And so God does have a plan for these things. We just need to stay attuned to Him. I'm still riding for Jesus, even on this epic trip. As a matter of fact, the most epic trip of all is the trip we make through this life as we serve Jesus.